They understand that there are people with multiple accounts. They just don't care at this point because there's nothing they can really do about it. Today, we are officially going to be recognizing the hacking / cheating / whatever the heck you want to call it situation within Warzone. So please do me a favor, watch this one all the way through because it has a lot of information that I think you guys are going to find very useful. I really think that you guys should be sharing this video so that a lot of people know what's actually going on within Warzone. If you enjoy, if this is helpful, if this brings you any knowledge, do me a favor, drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new around here because, you know, you might find something you like. And last but not least, enjoy. Off the rip, I think the first thing I need to say is in the background, you're going to see some gameplay from different scenarios where there have been cheaters. For the most part, we're going to be watching this very one specific cheater. His name is Christopher, and he has been in the game, I don't know, maybe 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. As of today, he is still playing. He has gotten 3 wins today, and this guy is something else, man. Let me tell you, he has gone through so many different things. You can see on screen, just scrolling through the number of wins this man has. It's 146, and he has been playing for a very long time with subtle cheats that he is able to get away with because there is no anti-cheat. There's nothing that will allow Activision to know whether or not he actually is cheating. So unless he's getting reported, there's no way for you to actually find out. I would ask that before you guys form any opinions, you make sure you watch the video all the way through, you listen, and you take in what I say rather than just spewing off some nonsense that just won't make you come across as very intelligent, because that's usually what happens, and that's kind of what we've been seeing across the board on all YouTube channels about cheaters and things like that. And I'm sure there's still going to be some people down below that fuss. I think the first thing we need to talk about is the big thing that people are going to get really riled up about. We're going to be talking about creators that are trying to catch cheaters. Now, here's the deal. We need that. We do need that, okay? I'm not saying we don't need that, but we need someone that is going to do that the correct way. People that we've had in the community thus far are doing it the wrong way. They're kind of looking to make that money and grow an audience based off of recognizing the way that their audience thinks and using that to their advantage. And that's kind of I want to say scummy, and I hate to use that word, but it is. It's kind of an awful thing to do, is to just use your audience to make money in a bad way. Don't get me wrong. This is my job. I technically use my audience to make money, but it's because I try and provide value for you guys. I try and make entertaining content, and that is something that is kind of required whenever you're a content creator. But you don't have to make entertaining content if you make drama content. What you say doesn't have to be the truth if you put a question mark after it. It's just raising questions. Is this person cheating? But the problem is that you're not looking at your audience and saying, hey, is this going to send a hate train to someone that may not be cheating? Should I do more research to be 100% sure that this person is cheating? Or am I going to try and be a news channel that says, are they cheating? You just can't really have both. I think a good example of this is looking at channels that have done this in the past. Things, I don't want to name any names, and I'm going to do my best to stay away from it. But if you look at a lot of drama channels in the past, they kind of just say things without any repercussions. And that's where we're at in the Call of Duty community right now, in the Warzone community, is that we're just calling out people for cheating without having any actual proof. We're trying to find the smallest things because people seem suspicious, but there's no guarantee that they are. You can be a hacker hunter or you can be a news channel, but you can't have both. This is just me talking to content creators. You can be a hacker hunter or a news channel, but you cannot be both. And the reason why is because news channels get videos out every single day, and you focus on things that are fact. You're telling your audience something that is the truth, that is something that is known. But hacker hunters, you know, like it's something that you're trying to find something. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to find the yes and the no's of a specific situation. You're trying to find, is this person cheating? Like, do all these people have Cronus Zens? Do all these people have wall hacks? You're trying to use your knowledge of cheats to kind of decide whether or not someone else is cheating. And there's really no way to do that, especially in the climate that we're in right now, which is everyone's at home on the internet. So there's just no way to figure that out without obvious clips. Spectating people is not an obvious clip, and the reason why is because we know that spectating is kind of broken. You don't get to see things perfectly. You see things that are a second behind. Kill cams also don't count. So there's no way that you can guarantee things. You have to watch people for a while and see if they're consistently doing cheater thing. If you are going to be a hacker hunter, if you are going to be someone that is trying to find people that are cheating within the community, you need to be focusing on research and not trying to upload a video every single day so that you're making money. We're finding people that are focused on making money rather than someone that is caring about the community and wants to do good for the community. They're wanting money and they're wanting to make a career about it. And you can see that it's working because if you pay attention to the people that are doing these kinds of things, that are constantly putting cheater in the title of their video, this person's cheating, that person's cheating, their quality in their videos is slowly going up and progressing. And that's okay. Good for you for making better, high quality content. But we need to make sure that we're putting in this research and taking the time, even a week, just take a whole week. Since you find this, take the evidence over a course of a week minimum to figure out everything and make sure that you're 100% right before you call someone out, because it's kind of messed up to send your audience over to someone knowing that your audience will just absolutely destroy that person simply based on the fact that you might have an idea that they could be cheating, but you don't know that they are for sure. Just do what's good for the community. Try and be good for the community. And I understand that a lot of people say that they're trying to do good for the community, but at the end of the day, it's just not the truth. When you're on YouTube, you have to provide valuable content for your audience, not try and use your audience to try and make yourself better. And that's where a lot of creators fail. And honestly, I've done that myself in the past. I've done it quite a few times. And even since I've been playing Warzone, I tend to focus on myself a little bit and try and just get things done and put out videos when I should be focusing on making better content. And that's kind of what I've been trying to do lately, is make better content for you guys and do things that you guys will actually enjoy. Content creators being called out for not speaking on cheats is our next topic. I get called out for this all the time. It's like, Expel, why aren't you constantly calling out these people? Why aren't you saying about all these people that are cheating and fussing with Activision about people not cheating? Listen, every day for a week, I posted on Twitter about cheating. Okay. And I know a lot of you guys don't follow me on Twitter. First of all, hey, go follow me on Twitter. We have a huge announcement coming very, very soon. I highly recommend you follow me on Twitter. It is worth it. Big announcement. Be there. People think that we're not calling out cheaters and stuff like that. One, you don't follow us on all social media. You have no idea. YouTube is a platform where we are trying to entertain our audience, so we can't constantly yell about it. Otherwise, our audience will think our content's stale, and it will be stale. It won't be fun. It won't be enjoyable for you to watch. And we want to provide valuable content, fun content, and things like that that makes your day better. Because at the end of the day, what's the point if all we're doing is sitting here like fussing about dumb things in the game that there's nothing you can do? And don't get me wrong, I've made plenty of videos on cheaters. I used to have a whole playlist on my channel about hackers in Warzone, a whole playlist. So don't tell me that people aren't talking about cheaters in Warzone, because they are. Just stop calling out content creators for not talking about cheaters. We're literally doing it constantly. I don't know what you want from us. Every person has something at least once, twice, 3 times a week. I get cheaters every other game. Watch my streams. Not a joke. Every other game, if not every game, I run into a cheater. We are people. Recognize that. We are humans. And I know a lot of people just see us as like that person that you watch on the internet. You think of us as like, you know, a Netflix thing or something like that. And at the end of the day, I get it. We're here to make entertaining content for you and try and, you know, make a career for ourselves. Most of us care about our audience and we want to do what's best for our audience. So if we're not out here making content talking about how cheaters are ruining the game, it's just because we want good content. One thing that I got recently in a DM was, hey, Expel, we need to band together and everyone needs to boycott the store. You need to tell your audience that they should be boycotting the store. And Nick Merckx and Tim the Tapman and Dr. Disrespect and all these people need to be telling them to boycott the store. You're a moron. And let me tell you why. You don't understand, one, that these people are COD partners in most cases. I myself am not, because I won't take any money from Activision because I don't want to sell my soul, which I'm not saying these people have, because they have a lot more leverage than I do. I don't want to sell my soul and put myself in a predicament where I'm worried that I could say something that could make me lose hundreds of thousands of dollars, make my business go bankrupt, and then make me not be able to pay my bills and take care of my family. All of these other people, they have many other ventures. They're invested in a lot of things. And right now, I am not in a position where I can do that. I'm trying to grow a brand. People say, hey, Expel, you know, you've got a content creators platform. It's huge. You got 300,000 subscribers now. These people will follow you wherever you go. At the end of the day, no, they won't. I've got 20,000 people that would probably watch any video that I put out, but YouTube hates whenever you get, you know, like bad views or whatever. So I can't even push my audience to a different game and tell people to boycott the store. But I wouldn't to begin with, because I enjoy playing Warzone and I enjoy this as a job. It's just a little frustrating because of the cheater situation and because of the annoyances that come with the job. And I get it. You know, I get to play video games all day. That's not really the truth. I actually run a full business. I have 4 people that I pay, including a management team that helps me run through. I have a lot of other things that are going on in the background. I have to, you know, manage the team and stuff like that. You don't really realize what's going on behind the scenes. It is a full business. My point is, a lot of these people are COD partners, right? Which means they've signed a contract that will likely say that they legally can't do that. If you want to take a second to look at Bobby Pop's video,
Activision, dude. You guys are f***ing bullshit, dude. You greedy mother, dude.
Bobby said some really messed up things about Call of Duty and how angry he was about everything, but he had to issue an apology because he was a COD partner. Now, Bobby might get upset that I'm saying this. I don't want to call him out. I think he did the right thing in the first place by posting this video, but he had to issue an apology. And I'm not sure if that was because his team said that he should, or because, you know, he felt maybe I was angry. I don't want to put myself in a bad position with Activision. I don't know what it is, but it's a little like frustrating because you don't want to put yourself in that position. He didn't even say boycott the store. He just busted Activision. It's not our job to tell the community what to do as a whole. Now, it's our job to take care of our community, but it is not our job to try and make the community do what it needs to do as a whole. But it doesn't even matter if we did, because if we did, it wouldn't make a difference based on the percentage of players that actually pay attention to content creators. A majority of the people that actually play this game are, you know, console players, which, by the way, I think it's like a 90-10 split to console versus PC. People that play this are like console players. They're very, I'm not saying this is a description of a console player because a lot of people can play this game a lot, but they're more casual. They're casual players. They play on console. You know, they come in, they play a couple hours a day. They don't have time to level up these guns that take forever to level up. So they'll just buy things in the store so that they can level it up a little bit easier. And it's not even a bad idea, but at the end of the day, they're not going to stop buying just because of that. It makes it easier for them to enjoy the game that they enjoy playing when they get home. And these are the same players that don't have to worry about skill-based matchmaking in the game because they're casual. They're probably really not that good. They just play the game and they, you know, they're like 1-to-1 on it. And they're able to not really pay attention. They can get more wins because the players they're going against don't really have thumbs. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just like, it's more fun for them than it is a more intense player, a more professional players. These people are going to be spending money no matter what. So just keep that in mind. I would like to say there are going to be times where I misspeak in this and I say something that's going to sound a little bit off kilter. Trust me, all of this is just hoping that it comes out well and things like that. Please keep that in mind. Don't like nitpick the things that I say and try and take apart everything and change what I say, because at the end of the day, I'm saying kind of what I'm saying. But if I mess up, just trust that it's probably not as bad as you think is what it is. I tend to mess up, especially when you're going on long rants for videos and stuff like that. Whenever you're talking, understand that it does get a little bit difficult, even for someone that has done this for a very long time. I do have an editor that edits this, so it's a completely different thing. The next thing is calling everyone cheaters. Let's kind of hit that real quick. It seems like everyone calls everyone cheaters, and in videos I get fussed at for calling people cheaters. In fact, in a recent video, I called one of the people in my custom games a cheater, and the reason that I know these people are cheating is because they look at you perfectly in the head through the wall. This is not coincidental. It does not happen like that. These people have walls, and I'm not saying that it can't be completely coincidental, but the likelihood of that, especially someone that has 20 kills in a game, is a very, very slim. I don't ever look at someone straight to the head through a wall. I will aim kind of in the area that they're at, but I never hit perfectly through the head, through the wall, or anything like that. It's literally never happened to me. The coincidence of multiple players doing this is very, very slim. So just know that my personal experience, I've played this game for 40+ days. At the end of the day, I will more likely know when someone is cheating than you will, because I have people in my chat whenever I call someone a cheater that is like, no, he's not cheating. He's just good. He's just better than you. I'm not calling them a cheater because they're better. I'm calling them a cheater because I have experience on this, which makes me know a little bit more than you. I play this not like at a pro level, but I am professional. I do this as a job. So just know that I probably know a little bit more than you do because I play the game the way that I play it. It also comes down to casual players talking about people thinking that like other people are cheating or whatever. Casual players think that everyone's cheating, right? If you get killed by someone that's better than you, you think they're cheating. And let me explain to you why. Skill-based matchmaking has made it to where people don't understand that there are better players in the world, especially for those players that are less likely to watch YouTubers or streamers or anything like that. The reason why is skill-based matchmaking pairs you with people that are at your level. If you are not that good, you will immediately think that someone that is better than you is cheating. And that's fair. I get it. People can be good at this game, and that's what people keep thinking that streamers are doing. But at the end of the day, you're more likely to know. Now, there are people like some of my friends that just call people cheaters because of the kill cam. You can't really base anything off of a kill cam. You have to watch them for a second to see if they're cheating. But in most cases, you can, like, it's kind of like a 50-50. Sometimes you can tell, sometimes you can't. If in the kill cam they follow your head through a wall, yeah, they're probably cheating. If, let's say, they just kind of snap to you, it could be that the kill cam is broken. It happens. It does happen. But skill-based matchmaking does have its own effects on the brain to where people just think that everyone is cheating. And that tends to be what the problem is in most cases. That's never going to stop. Ever since I was young, anytime that I was playing a multiplayer game, I would hear myself, I would hear my brother, I would hear any of my friends call people cheaters, even though we knew it just wasn't possible. People could still have like cheater controllers. And I'm not talking about scuffs or Xbox Elites or anything like that. Those are pro controllers. Pro controllers. They were never said as cheater controllers. In fact, it was a discussion had because these esports were having issues where you couldn't compete with mouse and keyboard. I'm not saying you ever did cross-platform, but you could not compete at the level mouse and keyboard could because you had to take your finger off the analog stick to hit the buttons. So there was a discussion had, and they made these controllers that would allow you to jump and slide and do whatever you needed to with a controller to where you could aim at the same time. That is where we find controllers like the Xbox Elite that have these buttons on the back or a scuff or anything like that. That's where you find these things, is in situations where esports became more prevalent. Before then, people were modding them to where they could do like triggers with like the triggers on the back would allow you to shoot super fast or whatever it may be. It was cheater controllers. Those are cheater controllers. The last couple of things are going to be a little heavier. Activision, Raven Software, whoever, they've not talked about cheats in Warzone for 2 months up until like 2 days ago, yesterday. I'm not quite sure. They sent multiple cease and desist letters to the cheat makers for console. They haven't done that for any cheat makers since the game first came out. I think one other company got cease and desist. And the reason why is because 90% of the players that play Warzone are on console, which is kind of hilarious, by the way, because it's like everybody's super upset that console players have to play against PC, but you don't realize that the content creators that play on PC are the ones that give you a whole audience. This game would not blow up without content creators. Because if you look at Fortnite, ever since skill-based matchmaking was introduced, the game got very, very small compared to everything else because content creators left because it was no longer fun to play. So if you think that content creators don't have a big impact on a game, you're so very wrong. And crossplay is huge. And now every game has crossplay. So if you guys want PC players to not play against console, you don't understand that the game's not going to be fun to play anymore because PC players, the content creators that are on PC are going to stop playing the game because there's not enough player base. You're not going to find a game. They're going to stop playing the game. They're going to move on to the next. Activision recognized that they would kill the game. So they want to make sure that everyone plays together because it doesn't really matter. That's why skill-based matchmaking exists, is to make you happy. You humans that are so very upset that PC players play against console players. Yes, there's a huge advantage because of FOV and, you know, frames and things like that. But now we have the PS5, we have the Xbox Series S, things like that, or X or whatever it is. So now they have 120 FPS. It's all about FOV now. So it is what it is. If you're still fussing, I don't know what to tell you. It's just, I want a FOV slider for console too, just because I'm tired of seeing it. My point is that they focus on the majority, and that is why they only sent cease and desist letters to the console cheat makers, because it was going to affect a massive part of the community, which would make everyone leave. You won't ever see that to any of these other companies. You just won't. They'll, you know, try and update something to where engine owning doesn't work for 24 hours, but that's about it. All they can do is give us a day. That is it. And the reason why is because a long time ago, someone at Activision that works there that was very, very close, had access to Monderhar's computer and a bunch of other stuff. They actually had access to some hard drives, and they sold them to cheat makers across the world. And I think this is still being investigated. They don't know who did it. I think I was being told that there might be some, like, they might know who it is. Some of the people that are in that community might know who it is, like the leakers and stuff like that. They've kind of worked together to figure things out. Not quite sure that they know exactly who it is. And I could get that information, but I'm just not interested in the information. At the end of the day, they're not going to be affected by the 5% of the 10%. You know what I mean? What is that? 1/20th, which is like 0.05% of the player base is cheating. Who cares at that point? They're not going to ever care about that. We need to talk about two more things, and that is VPNs in Warzone. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone goes, oh my God, Expel, you're using a VPN. Yeah. Listen. Oh man. JGod made a video on it. Okay. If you guys don't know, JGod made a video on how VPNs work in Warzone. Now, this is not talking about ExpressVPN, NordVPN, whatever these other VPNs are. I'm not advertising anything right here, so don't think that I am. This is not an advertisement. There are VPNs that work in a way that push you towards, you will VPN to, say, South Africa, Hawaii, whatever it is, but it doesn't actually send you there. The way that it works is you choose a spot that has Call of Duty servers. It will ping you to those servers, up until the point to where it breaks skill-based matchmaking. Not in a way that it gives you bot lobbies, but in a way to where it breaks skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking gives up on pushing you to your skill-based matchmaking server, and then it'll push you to the closest server to you. The way that you know that it works is when you get into a game, you check your ping, it's probably like 19. And this really only works for like fiber if you're gonna get 19. Otherwise, it's like 36 or something like that. And that still happens to me quite a bit if I use a VPN. I am in Austin, Texas, and Austin, Texas is actually ranked the second best city for competitive gamers. And trust me, my lobbies when I use a VPN are 10 times harder than lobbies without a VPN. In fact, I was playing without anything last night and stuff like that. And this happens very often. I don't always use it. It's literally just like I use it whenever I'm getting tired of running into cheaters and stuff like that, which doesn't even work anymore because I guess it's much bigger now in Texas. I was using it to stay away from them and using it to get better ping in lobbies. Now, don't get me wrong. I understood that there was a chance it could give me easier lobbies because sometimes the skill-based matchmaking low lobbies end up in Dallas, Texas, which is very, very rare, by the way. Sometimes I would get easier lobbies, and I'm not saying I was using it to do that. I was using it because when I snipe, and I'm usually a sniper, I like to have the best ping possible because I like my shots to hit when I'm using a sniper. So that's why I used it. And a lot of people had a little bit of confusion about that, and I'm not gonna like go into it a little bit further because there's just no reason to. I was always very clear about it in the description of the videos when I was using it, and I will continue to do that if I ever use it. Just know I never used it to get easier lobbies, even though I knew that there was a chance that it could. On Twitter, I said multiple things about this. If you are using it to get world records and you brag about those world records, I think it's a little messed up. And I think it's kind of weird. I don't think it should be allowed in competitive, which it is not. And I would never use it in competitive because I know that there is a chance, even for me, that it could give me easier lobbies. And that is something that a lot of people don't recognize. A lot of people don't understand. And a lot of people think that it is one way when it is not. You are not actually VPNing to India. You are not actually VPNing to South Africa, Hawaii, whatever it is. You're not actually doing that. You're just getting your closest servers. And for me, that is literally Dallas, Texas, which means I'm playing against a bunch of demons. Like it's constant. Don't ever think that I'm using it to get an advantage. Sometimes, yeah, it would just make content more fun if I got an easier lobby, but that's not what it ended up being used for. Regardless, the very last thing we will talk about is, will we ever see an anti-cheat in Warzone? And like I said, someone sold the stuff. It's not possible. And the truth is, it's not very likely that it happens. Raven just recently said that they banned 50,000 accounts, and they said that it was repeat offenders, which the tweet is on screen now. They said it was a repeat offenders. Whoa. What do you mean repeat offenders? You're telling me you know that these people are repeat offenders, but like we're not fixing it? Yeah, no, we're not fixing it. We don't ban IPs. It's just pointless. They understand that there are people with multiple accounts. They just don't care at this point because there's nothing they can really do about it. So just know that at the end of the day, the only way we're ever going to get an anti-cheat in this game, which I don't even think it's possible technically, is that we hurt their revenue, but it's physically not possible to hurt their revenue because a majority of players are casual players. That's it. That's the video. That is the cheating situation in Warzone explained to a T. I think it covers everything. And if there's anything else, drop a comment down below. I tried to hit everything I could. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic remainder of your day. And subscribe to the channel. Share this video. Please share this video with everyone because I'm tired of people not understanding all these different things. I tried to make everything as simple as I could. Appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. And I will catch you in the next more fun video. What is happening right now? Oh my God. Oh my God.